Hello everyone, this is Hugh here from King of the Picks, and in today's video we're just having a quick look at the Queen Mother Champion Chase, and then I will be trying to find a betting angle on this race that we can make a bit of money on. Shishkin is 4-6, and to be honest, it's very hard to see him being bet, but at 4-6 he's a no bet for us. Energamine is 3-1 second favourite. That was a great match race, in fairness, at Ascot, where he just went down by a length. He jumped really well that day. Shishkin made one slight mistake and he nodded on landing at another one and still managed to win. I would think that Shishkin will find more improvement than Energamine after that race. Now, I'm sure Cheltenham Festival will go here as well. It's very hard. I just keep thinking of last year's race. I'm looking at it up here in the corner. And if he couldn't win it last year, I just don't see how he can win it this year, because last year, really, I thought he had every chance of winning it. I just don't understand how he didn't. He's a year older now as a 10-year-old, and this is a better race, so I just wouldn't fancy him at 9-2 anyway. Now he's no value, so he's not. Nubanega ran a good race last year. Now he's been kept fresh for this race. Harry Skeleton and Dan Skeleton team up, and he was finishing strong last year, where Cheltenham Festival wasn't seen out his race. Like, he led after the last fence, and he just didn't seem to get home that strong, where Nubanega had to be switched and stayed on strongly. So he did. So he's interesting there at 10-1. Funamble's Savola of Venetia's is a good horse. I just don't think he's good enough to win this now, to be honest, but he ran a good race in Aintree at the end of last season to come second to Shishkin, but Shishkin was after having, he was after running in the Arkle, and I just can't see him turning the tables. MVLN is a previous Grade 1 winner, and at 16-1, now the Grade 1 he won last time was the handiest 73,000 of a Grade 1 that Henry de Brom had. Fair play to him, because it was a very, very weak Grade 1. And he picked up his 73,000, and thank you very much, but he'd have to bounce back to his best, and he's not guaranteed to go in this race. He could go in the Ryanair, even though with Allaho he might take his chance here, but I still wouldn't fancy him. Grenadine ran. I tipped him up last time at the Dublin Racing Festival. I thought at 5-1 or 9-2 he was an each way to nothing bet, but that was behind Cheltenham Festival. He was 75 lengths beaten that day. Bridie Frost had him on the inside, probably on the worst ground, but between Paul Nicholls' horse is not running well and the ground's gone too soft for him, I put a line through that, but still I wouldn't be willing to back him at 16-1 for this race. Put the Kettle On won this race last year. She won the Arkle the year before that. Love this mare. Fair play to Henry de Bromhead. She's done her connections proud. She's a really good mare, but she just seems to have lost her way, and she had a few hard races there when winning. Like, she had to fight hard to win that champion chase last year, and I'd be just wondering if it's left her mark on her, and I wouldn't be willing to take a risk at 20-1. And actually, I think there's probably a good chance that she might step up to the Ryanair or go for the Mayor's Chase. Politolock he's 11-year-old now. Great servant in his time, but no, at 11 years old, I wouldn't be backing him. So Royal, Captain Guinness, Hitman, First Flow needs heavy, Battle Over Diane, Dunvegan, Hardline. None of those that have an interest. So at a betting angle, I was looking at this. Like I said, at 4-6, I wouldn't be interested in Shishkin, even though I think he'll probably win it. Energumene at 3-1. Do I think it's an each way value to get past Shishkin? No. So I was looking. So I looked at Paddy Power, and they're doing a without Shishkin and without Energumene market, and Casham Poursois is even money without the first two in the market, and Nuba Negra is 11-4. And that is the selection I'm advising today is Nuba Negra 1 point each way at 11-4 without Shishkin and Energumene. I know it's a tight enough bet, but I'd be just worried. Like, I can't see him being out of the first five, Nuba Negra, if he's back to anyway his best. And if the ground is good to soft, I think he could definitely run up to third. So he could behind these first two. So 11-4, if he does finish then fourth or fifth, at least we get most of stake back. So I'm happy, instead of going 2 points win at 11-4, we'll stick with the 1 point each way. So 1 point each way, Nuba Negra without the first two in the market with Paddy Power paying 11-4. Okay, we'll see you next week for the Stairs Hurdle. Okay, thanks.